felt like talking to you again. This is about the statue of General Robert E. Lee in Virginia, which has been a point of contention for a lot of years, and I am still finishing my errands and driving around and listening to National Public Radio, NPR. So, General Robert E. Lee fought for slavery. Fought and killed for slavery. Fought. And in Virginia, there is a giant statue of him, Robert E. Lee. And the governor, I can't remember what they said his name was in an interview just now on NPR, who started out as a racist and then became a politician and then started realizing that he was a bigot and that he was small-minded. He was being small-minded. And he is advocating for the statue to come down. And I loved hearing this. I just felt like telling you guys, I loved hearing that. It's just a beginning, really. In the United States, there is almost 250 years of slavery that has to be healed. So that, things like cops kneeling in front of a row of protesters and cops joining protests and carrying signs, and cops speaking out against police brutality, and statues of racists coming down, being pulled down. That is a great beginning, but it is just a beginning. That's just a beginning. So, some people don't want the statue to come down because they say it's a part of American history. But to me, that's exactly like having a statue of Hitler up in Germany, in a neighborhood where there's Germans and Jews. To me, it's like keeping a statue of Hitler up. It's crazy that statue stood as long as it did. It's insane. That's insane. It's crazy to me that we have racism and bigotry lasting as long as it has. So, I feel like if we kept black people enslaved, beaten and tortured, raped and killed for almost 250 years, that we might need to set our intention to apologize for 250 years. Now, normally it won't take that long. I tell couples this. Like, say for instance, there's an abusive man and he abused his son for 17 years, and now he's had a change of heart, and he wants to make up with his son. I tell the father, just get it set in your head that I'm going to be contrite and compassionate and continue to extend a hand for 17 years. I tell them it usually won't take 17 years. Really, all it will take is for the person you abuse to feel your willingness to make it up to them. And if they feel your willingness to do it for 17 years. It won't take 17 years. But as white people, we can do so much better. I'm so mad and sad about the whole thing. And I was talking in an earlier video, just about 20 minutes ago, about, to me, it all looks like one issue. It is usually men, not always men, but usually men, 99% of the time. Men in power, in positions of power, who are either in an actual position, a political position, or a position in a company or organization, Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein, or a man who is just bigger and stronger than his date. So he can overpower her or slip drugs into her drink. And it all boils down to being a bully. And in the last video, I was talking about how women won't report their sexual assault because it will destroy their life if they try to report their sexual assault. They'll get slut-shamed or dragged through the mud, or they'll get blamed for it, or fired, or their family will disown them, or any one of 100 horrible things will happen to the woman. And so these bullies get away with their bad behavior because these people that they're bullying are, they have less power, they have less voice. So they're black, or they're Hispanic, or they're women, and they just don't have the same voice that a man has in a position of power in the U.S. And so to me, it's just, George Floyd was just the 100,000th case of a bully abusing, and in Floyd's case, ultimately killing someone who doesn't have the same power as they have. And I'm mad, and people got mad at me for saying in that post a few days ago, I hope they tear down the United States brick by brick, and I'll help. People got mad at me because they thought I was condoning violence, and I'm a spiritual person. But I'm not condoning violence. And one woman even asked me, are you saying that, are you going to tell your clients who were raped to perpetrate violence? And I said, yeah, maybe I am. Because talking hasn't helped, and no one feels safe enough to report their abuse, and so all of these rapists and pedophiles go free and continue to rape and molest women and children. And men. Men really won't come forward because they will really get shamed, and they feel ashamed. It gave me hope to hear also on the same news show on NPR just about 15 minutes ago. They said that there's new laws being passed that cops can't use chokeholds, and cops who are observing another cop using a chokehold or something else. They said two things, but I was getting out of the car at the moment. I think it was using chemical sprays in the eyes to subdue. I'm not sure, but I heard the chokehold, and they said that if one cop sees another cop using a chokehold on someone, that the cop observing that has to stop the cop who's doing it, or he will be held accountable too. So that gave me hope. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I'm so sad and angry. You know, one of the things that made it, oh God, the whole thing is just horrible, is when I posted on my Facebook page, I was talking with friends of mine who happen to be black, who told me, who were thanking me for posting what I did on my wall, and told me that they were afraid to comment on it because they saw me getting blasted. And one of my girlfriends who's black and white, who I've known for years, has always said, and I understood what she meant, but I'm understanding it at a deeper level now. She's always said, we've been like best friends for 7 years, 8 years, maybe 9 years. I can't remember. I'm old. I'm 60. I can't remember. She's always said, I just play the game, Jane. I just play the game. And what she means is, she's black and white. And what she means is, she has to maneuver around white racism just to be able to live her daily life, just a normal daily life. She has to maneuver around small-minded people so that she doesn't exacerbate anything, or just so that she can get return a dress at a store or something so mundane, something that white people don't even give a thought to. What she has to do to get around her life because of how small-minded white people are. And white people, we can do so much better. We can do so much better than we've been doing. We can do so much better than we've been doing. We have to do better than we've been doing. We have to.